Today, we're diving into something super important: sustainability. And no, we're not talking about just using paper straws. We're going way deeper, exploring the incredible world of eco-friendly polymers. I'm so pumped to show you 20 mind-blowing innovations that are changing the game. We're talking about companies and researchers who are turning trash into treasure, literally. Get ready to see how ocean plastic is being transformed into shoes, food waste into car parts, and even algae into, well, you'll have to wait and see. So, buckle up, smash that like button, and let's get this sustainability party started.
All right, first up, we're tackling the massive problem of ocean plastic. Plastic bottles, bags, and fishing nets end up in our oceans, harming marine life. Adidas teamed up with Parley to create shoes made from recycled ocean plastic. These shoes aren't just good for the planet, they're stylish too. Adidas and Parley prove sustainability and style can go hand in hand.
Let's dive into the world of food packaging. We all love a good takeout meal, but the plastic containers, not so much. Just Salad has found a delicious solution. They've partnered with TIPA to create compostable packaging from Bioplastics. No more guilt trips for enjoying your favorite salad on the go. Just Salad is showing the fast casual industry that sustainable practices are essential. Have your salad and eat it too, without the environmental hangover.
Imagine this. You're sipping on a refreshing Coca-Cola, but the bottle isn't made entirely from petroleum-based plastics. Instead, it's partially made from plants. That's the innovation behind Coca-Cola's PlantBottle. Fully recyclable like regular PET bottles, but with a smaller environmental footprint. Plant bottles use sugarcane ethanol, reducing reliance on oil, a step towards more sustainable packaging. Next time you grab a Coke, look for the plant bottle, a small change with a big impact.
All right, let's talk about Lush, the cosmetics company known for its bath bombs and colorful soaps. They're deeply committed to sustainability. Their closed-loop packaging system reduces waste. Customers return empty black pots and bottles. These are cleaned and reused for new products. Some products are even sold without packaging, saving tons of plastic waste. It's a win-win for customers and the planet.
Alright, so you're cruising down the road enjoying that new car smell. But what if that smell wasn't plastic and chemicals, but something a little more natural? Toyota's been thinking the same thing. They're using sugarcane-derived bioplastics in some of their cars, like the Prius, for interior parts. Yep, you heard that right, sugarcane. It's renewable, grows like crazy, and helps reduce their reliance on traditional petroleum-based plastics. This is a huge step towards making car interiors more sustainable and reducing the carbon footprint of our vehicles. And it's not just about the environment. These bioplastics can be super durable and look fantastic too. So next time you hop in a Prius, remember, you might be riding with sugarcane.
We all know recycling is important, but some things are just a pain to recycle. Like those multi-layered plastic films used for food packaging. They're like the ultimate puzzle. Hard to take apart and recycle effectively. But fear not, fellow recyclers, Amcor's got our back. They've developed a fully recyclable, high-barrier plastic film that's actually designed for recycling. It's like the opposite of those impossible-to-open clamshell packages. This means we can keep our food fresh and protected without creating a recycling nightmare. It's a win all around, especially for planet Earth. So keep an eye out for Amcor's film on your favorite snacks. It's proof that even tricky packaging can be eco-friendly.
Now listen to this. Imagine a plastic film that you use in farming, and when you're done with it, poof! It dissolves in water, leaving no harmful residue behind. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, it's a reality thanks to BASF and their incredible EcoFlex film. This stuff is a game changer for agriculture. Farmers use plastic films for all sorts of things, like controlling weeds, conserving water, and protecting crops. But traditional plastics can stick around in the soil for ages, causing all kinds of problems. But EcoFlex breaks down completely in water. leaving behind just nutrients that are actually beneficial to the soil. It's like magic, but with science. This kind of innovation is what sustainable agriculture is all about, folks.
All right, guys, buckle up because we're diving into the incredible world of algae-based polymers. You heard that right, algae? Turns out this slimy stuff we try to avoid in our pools is actually a powerhouse for sustainable materials. We're talking about companies like Algix, who are taking algae, sometimes even harmful algal blooms, and turning them into bioplastics. This isn't just some science experiment, they're already being used in real-world products. Imagine rocking a pair of shoes made from algae, or carrying a stylish bag made from the same stuff. It's renewable, biodegradable, and even helps clean up our environment. Seriously, what's not to love? It's a giant leap towards a more sustainable future.
We've all been there. You finish your favorite shampoo or body wash, and you're left staring at that empty plastic bottle. What if I told you there's a way to make those bottles work harder for us? HDPE, high-density polyethylene, is 100% recyclable. Companies like Unilever use HDPE for their Dove body wash bottles. By choosing these products, we send a clear message for more sustainable options.
Traditional concrete production is a major contributor to carbon emissions, but fear not, because there's a new sheriff in town and its name is carbon capture concrete. Polymer additives help capture carbon in concrete primarily by acting as carriers or facilitators for carbon dioxide sequestration during the concrete production process. This revolutionary technology, pioneered by companies like CarbonCure, is literally turning pollution into pavement. They've figured out a way to capture carbon dioxide emissions from industrial sources and inject them directly into the concrete mix. The result? Stronger, more durable concrete with a significantly reduced carbon footprint.
Alright, so we're talking about making packaging more eco-friendly, right? And that means tackling every little detail, even the stuff that gives packaging its color. See, traditional colorants, often loaded with heavy metals and nasty chemicals. Not exactly what you want hanging around your food or leaching into the environment. That's where companies like Poly1 come in. They're engineering biodegradable additives that can be mixed right into plastics during manufacturing. These additives provide vibrant colors, just like the old school stuff, but without the environmental baggage. We're talking about colorants that break down safely in composting systems, leaving behind nothing toxic. This is huge. It means we can have our colorful packaging and feel good about it too. It's a perfect example of how innovation in materials science is making sustainable packaging a reality. Every little bit makes a difference, and these non-toxic additives are a big step in the right direction.
Okay, let's talk about clothes. We all wear them, and let's be honest, the fashion industry hasn't always been the greenest kid on the block. One major culprit? Microplastics. These tiny plastic particles shed from synthetic fabrics like polyester during washing and end up polluting our waterways. It's a sneaky problem with a big impact. But don't despair. Companies like Patagonia are tackling this head-on. They're creating clothing lines from recycled polyester that significantly reduces microplastic shedding. This means you can rock a comfy fleece without worrying about turning into a walking microplastic factory. They're even using recycled fishing nets as a source material, which is a double win for the environment. This means using recycled materials, reducing waste during production, and designing clothes that last longer.
Alright, you know how some animals can, regenerate limbs? Turns out scientists are taking inspiration from nature to create self-healing polymers. And yeah, it's as cool as it sounds. I'm talking about materials that can actually repair themselves when they get damaged, just like living organisms. Researchers at the University of Illinois are at the forefront of this mind-blowing technology. They've developed bio-inspired polymers that mimic the way our skin heals. So imagine a future where your phone screen could fix its own cracks, or your car's paint job could magically erase scratches. It sounds like science fiction, but it's closer than you think. This tech has the potential to revolutionize everything from consumer electronics to infrastructure. This is what happens when we look to nature for solutions. It's a beautiful thing.
Imagine this. You're in the hospital, hooked up to a bunch of machines with wires everywhere. But what if I told you that even medical devices are getting a sustainable maker? Companies like Philips are innovating with compostable ECG electrodes. Instead of ending up in a landfill, they can be composted. How cool is that? And they're just as effective as standard ones. This is just the tip of the iceberg for sustainable medical tech.
Okay, let's talk fashion, people. The fashion industry hasn't always been green, but things are changing. Remember all those plastic bottles we've been recycling? They're getting a seriously stylish second life. H&M is leading the charge with their conscious collection. They're turning plastic bottles into new polyester fibers. The results are amazing. You'd never guess it's made from recycled plastic. Sustainable fashion can be affordable and accessible to everyone.
All right, techies, let's talk wearable technology. Smartwatches, fitness trackers, VR headsets. These gadgets are everywhere. But have you ever stopped to think about what happens to them when they're outdated? The National Renewable Energy Laboratory, NREL, is on a mission to make wearable tech more sustainable. And they're doing it with plants. They're developing flexible bioplastics derived from plants. These plant-powered materials are renewable and biodegradable. Imagine a future where your smartwatch breaks down naturally, returning to the earth. The future of tech is green.
All right, so we've all seen the magic of 3D printing, right? It's like having a mini factory in your house. But what happens to those plastic prototypes when you're done with them? Companies like Philibot are stepping up with cool solutions. They turn post-consumer plastic into recycled PLA filament for 3D printers. PLA is biodegradable and made from renewable resources like cornstarch. We're giving a second life to plastic and supporting sustainable materials. You don't have to sacrifice quality for sustainability. This recycled filament prints just as smoothly as traditional filament. It's a shared benefit for everyone, especially Mother Nature. Consider giving recycled PLA filament a try for your next project. It's a small change that can make a big difference. It's just plain cool to build something amazing from trash. That's the kind of innovation I can get behind.
All right, how about some sweet kicks for your feet? And I don't just mean stylish, I'm talking literally sweet. Allbirds, a company known for their comfy shoes, has developed something pretty darn cool called Sweet Foam. Now you might be thinking, sugarcane in my shoes. Won't that attract ants? Don't worry, it's not like that. They've figured out a way to extract a special material from sugarcane and turn it into a biopolymer. This biopolymer, my friends, is what makes up their Sweet Foam soles. The best part? It's not just some marketing gimmick. This stuff is actually water resistant, so you can rock those bad boys in the rain without worrying about soggy socks. Plus, sugarcane is a renewable resource, so it's a benefit for both your feet and the planet. Talk about putting your best foot forward, right?
We've all been there. You're taking out the trash, and you can't help but feel a little guilty about that plastic bag heading straight for the landfill. Well, get ready to ditch the guilt, because compostable trash bags are here to save the day. BioBag is a company making waves in the sustainable world with their awesome trash bags made from cornstarch-based polymers. Yeah, you heard that right, cornstarch. It's like turning your kitchen pantry into a trash bag factory. But here's the real kicker. These bags don't just sit in landfills for centuries. They break down completely in compost, turning into nutrient-rich soil. It's like magic, except it's science. And way less messy than my exploding pumpkin experiments. So next time you're tossing out those banana peels and coffee grounds, remember that your trash can actually become treasure with the help of compostable trash bags. And that's a wrap on 20 inspiring sustainable polymer innovations. We've covered everything from shoes made of sugarcane to trash bags that turn into compost. Pretty amazing, right? It's inspiring to see so many companies and researchers tackling the plastic problem head-on with creative solutions. Remember, even small changes can make a big difference. So let's all do our part to support sustainable products and innovations. Thank you for watching. We hope you found these sustainable polymer innovations as inspiring as we did. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on the latest in sustainable technology. See you next time.